I rise in support of this amendment. Provisional ballots are a solution in search of a problem in Minnesota. We have same-day registration here. It's one of the reasons that we have such high turnout, number one again in the country. Our Minnesota exceptionalism at work there. We don't need provisional ballots because a person can re-register on election day if for some reason they are not correctly registered. There are lots of reasons this happens. If you move to a different apartment in your complex, you're no longer correctly registered. If you lived in the same small town and voted at the very same church or school your entire life, move down the street, don't fill out a new registration, you're not correctly registered. When you get to the polling place, you can be turned away to cast one of these provisional ballots. Or, like we currently have in Minnesota, you can just re-register. In other places that have had provisional ballots, nearly 42% of them in 2020 were not counted. 42% were not counted. So this really puts a huge percentage of Minnesotans who register on same day, which Minnesota had over 200,000 voters who registered the same day in Minnesota in 2020. Almost half of those could be not counted because they have this other second-class ballot. Provisional ballots are not needed in Minnesota. We have the systems in place to make sure that we don't need them. And the only reason that they are being pushed, not just here, but all across the country, is because of this idea of distrust being sown in our election systems. But we know here in Minnesota we have strong election systems. We have great systems in place. We have the highest voter turnout in the country. We should be working to keep that and to expand it, not to restrict it. And I support this amendment.